A sold-out crowd in Memphis, Tennessee is on its feet. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside, all set for another exciting evening of Smackdown action.
Hey, we're bigger than Elvis tonight, Cole. This crowd can't wait.
That's a big claim to make, Taz, but you might just be right. Elvis was only one superstar, but Smackdown's got a whole lot to unfold.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody comments like that.
Would you say this match should go down as one of your best, Taz?
Are you kidding? They were all great. How can you expect me to choose between them? I'm the best! You see that look of intensity on Taz's face? That's all about getting in your opponent's head and ciphering out. That's how Taz wins matches. God, this is weird. I'm Taz.
Taz, why in God's name are you referring to yourself in the third person?
Hey, look, I'm trying to objectively analyze the match here. Do you like? I know it's a perfect match, but I gotta do my job. I'm the best. Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. And these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, no, that's not going to make it popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win. These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong.
So Taz, is it strange to sit here and watch yourself work as
I've watched plenty of my kids over the years. And you don't get better if you don't try to figure out what you've got to work on.
And what have you come up with so far?
Honestly, nothing. I gotta say, I've been great. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
That'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You just let me train you. You can be cruiserweight champ in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I'm training to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, any time before these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
1, 2, 3.
Ah, that's the way to do it. You have a weapon from under the ring and start sweep.
6, 7, 8.
What a shot. That sledgehammer will mess you up for good.
And I can't imagine how anyone could come back from something like that.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these.
What a counter that was. Oh my God, what a sickening impact for that sledgehammer.
No kidding. That thing is meant to crush stone. Just imagine what it would do to a human.
Look at this. You don't often see a superstar's own finishing move used against them like this.
You believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprised to feel like me here too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch. He's swinging for the fences with that sledgehammer.
He's all about bringing a hammer down, and that proves it. I think someone's looking for a weapon here, Cole. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're gonna be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's what an impact. That's going to do some damage.
You're not kidding, Cole. That's gotta hurt like hell.
You know, Taz, Shane's Vince McMahon's hair. He doesn't need to take the risks that he does.
Everybody's looking for him to do something totally nuts. Yeah, but he does, and he does it too.
Oh my, that's going to do some serious damage if someone doesn't stop this.
And who in their right mind would try to do that? I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Come on, you just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
Well, what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed...
There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now. That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum.
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
3, 4, 5.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always has a match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked in the Taz mission, that was it, and the story was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, you can't. Nice quick counter. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this. This is dumb. Why is he risking everything by going up there? You can feel the electricity in the air when Shane O'Mac is in that ring.
And with good reason. I can't think of another billionaire's son who puts his body on the line the way Shane does. I guess the ring wasn't big enough for these superstars.
Of course it is. But you gotta love this kind of fight. I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they look at each other the same way after this one. You know, as much as I enjoy active competition, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy just calling matches these days. Unfortunately, I gotta sit next to a tool like you, who I hate, despise, and just flat out dislike.
Gee, thanks a lot, Taz. But don't hang up your boots just yet. I've always said that as an announcer, you make a great wrestler.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down. Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world, doing what they do best.
Hey, slow down, girl pants. I went into this expecting a good match. I'm just saying, it's even better than I thought it would be.
I know exactly what you mean. These superstars certainly are pulling out all the stops.
I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, you know.
Oh, really, Cole? Gee, here I was wondering what happened to the pointy-toed shoes and the frilly little skirts. You know what? Maybe I should go check your closet.
I've got to say, folks, Taz looks to be in great shape here tonight.
Hey, thanks, Cole. I appreciate that. No, you're not looking too shabby yourself, but not for nothing. You gotta work on those legs a little bit. Last time I seen legs like yours, they were hanging out of a nest. Chicken legs!
Actually, I was referring to your performance in this match, Taz. You might want to start joining me in the gym.
7.
Victory means absolutely everything to these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got any others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose? Or how about this one? The superstar who beats their opponent will be the winner.
How about Taz should spend more time calling the match and less time cutting down his broadcast partner?
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is...
Into the crowd they go. I can't believe it.
Believe it, Cole, these superstars are nuts.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kid. No matter what call you make, you're gonna get on the bad side of at least one.
They're right next to the barricade. What's going to happen next?
Hey, head first, right to the barricade. Trust me, that hurt.
I think...
Whoa, head first, right into the barricade.
And at this point in the match, you can't afford to take a move like that.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Cole. This is a great match, and the fans are way into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
5, 6, 7.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.